One of the funny things that actually I like is I like lurkers. I'm a bit of a lurker myself. And I noticed something. That somebody who I made a video on, they were lurking in my Discord. And it's just funny because this is somebody who I will admit that I made a negative video on. It is kind of funny. And you know, my thing with my Discord, I got a Discord and you can always jump in. By the way, if you're watching this video, like, share, and subscribe. What's funny is that what I say in my Discord is no different than what I say on stream, you guys. To me, it's just like, if you lurking in my Discord to try to get gotchas on me, I mean, like, you wasting your time. Also, if you really want to do gotchas on me, just DM me directly. You know, if I don't choose to ignore you, I may be being a little bit of a troll, which was actually fun. But on a totally unrelated note, let's go over this video that we have today on old friend of the channel, Bass FFZ. Shall we? Now, if you don't remember Bass, I did a couple videos on him. He's kind of an individual that, I mean, like, he was complaining that he had a hard time meeting a partner he had desires for. Let's see how he feels about this clip on the Whatever podcast. And before done, wait, wrong button. Before we get into this video, these Whatever podcasts, gentlemen, why don't they have a mannequin with blue hair in the background? I don't understand this one. Of course, they have the whole fresh and fit like type podcast down, right? Where it has a group of women that they're going to bring on and castinate. But that's the Whatever podcast. It's just, I don't know. Okay, let's go.
All right, we have Bass here. Question for the Nala. All right, we have Bass here. Question for the Nala. Hello.
You spent $200 on a question, bro. $200 on a question. First of all, the fact that they have a $200 question. The fact that you have a $200 question option. What am I doing wrong? Am I not scolding enough whores yet? Like, what the? What? All right. Look, he's about to read the question. Let's go.
Okay, so this video cost me $200 to make, so could you guys please, please click the like button, please? For those of you all who are not upset with me for spending $200 to super chat into the Whatever podcast,
Dog, I'm not upset with you. I just think it's pitiful. I think it's pitiful and exorbitant that you got to spend $200 for a question. And we know this cat don't look nowhere near like this. What type of rantsona is this? What type of... Hold on. Hold on. No, we're not letting this get away. Oh God. We're not letting this get away. Let me see. What's up, everybody? What's up? Hold on. All right. So, y'all, like, this how this cat looks for real. It's an old video that I had of me. This is an old video. This is how this cat looks for real. What in the blue blazes is this? What in the blue blazes is this? I just can't. No. What in the blue blazes is this? I just like.
But it feels a lot to me that it's attempting.
Hold on. This is a better one. This is a better picture of this cat. I mean, like, the crimson in the background. I know, awesome. What in the blue blazes is this? It's like that cat that I made the video of before, of him actually like he was upset that like black nerds can't get no love, but he had a t-shirt on that says Virginity Rocks. Okay. And just to state, YouTube, I'm not making fun of him because of his, protected class. No, he's just dusty. All right, let's go.
A few months ago, spent $200 to super chat into the whatever broadcast. All of which, so I can ask what I believe, the most important question to ever be asked to young ladies about their dating habits and the decisions that they make when it comes to men that they decide to, well, literally let inside of them, or, something of that nature.
Wait, what? Why did you... He had $200 burning in his pocket to ask a question about the women's choice of who they date and let inside of them. What? Wow, this is loser behavior. Question for the Nala: the women generally and lay up for Andrew. Why is honor and virtue not the most important thing about men to you? I only heard one lady talk about how character is important. How could you ever let someone without honor and virtue have sex with you? Please discuss. Why is he worried about who these women are sleeping with if they're not his taste? The problem is they are, and he wishes. So here's the whole nice guy meme. This is why. And like, look, check it out. I have once called myself a nice guy. Not in the sense of like oh, I'm going to be nice to get in your pants. Like, no, like, I'm going to be nice to you. If you want to throw it at me, that's fine. But I'm going to be nice to you because it doesn't cost me anything to be nice to you. I won't share the stuff. I won't just be a kind person because here's the thing. And I've said this with women, and this is like one of the standards that I have. So trust me. I invited you out because I wanted company. I wanted to experience something. I wanted to go to a restaurant. I invited you to go with me because I wanted company. That's the reason why I'm paying. But if you invite me somewhere, then you're paying. You're my company, not my trophy. I do things because I want to enjoy things. If you come with me, cool. I'm covering it because I asked you to come with me. These are the understandings that I have with my friends. These are the understandings that I have with people who I date. I am not somebody who, like, I'm going to just, show honor and virtue, whatever the fuck that means. Because, hey, no, I want somebody to come with me. I want somebody to enjoy it with me. If you don't, you don't. I'm going by myself. This is a understanding I've had since I was a teenager. When I wanted to go see a movie and nobody wanted to go see it with me, I'm going by myself. Because you being there, if I want to do something, is not going to stop me. But it's these losers that claim to be, honorous and virtuous, that if they were in the position that they can, quote unquote, get more than one woman, they would be just as doggish and trash as the men that they castinate would be. That's the type of people these nice guys are. They're just nice. They're not kind. They're not giving. They're nice because, I want to get something from these women. Women I date, I want to get something from them too. But it starts with companionship. Second is draws. It's draws. But I'm upfront about it. And if they don't give me the draws, if they are somebody that I don't sleep with, that doesn't just stop me from being kind. There are friends that I may not ever want to sleep with. I may be attracted to, but I never want to sleep with because I know the weight that comes along with it. That doesn't stop me from still trying to be kind to them and give to people that not that I just want to give with, that may actually have a need that I am able to give with. Because it costs me nothing to be kind. Literally. Even if it's something that I have that is a resource that I have to expend, it costs me nothing because it's just a resource that I won't have sitting around anyway. And even people that I know that are literally just like have not good intentions for me or just not have good intentions for themselves. It costs me nothing to be kind. But this whole, you need to have a virtuous man. If you're promoting yourself where you have to tell people that you're virtuous and honorable, then you're not. Seriously. If you're the type of person to say, well, I'm virtuous and honest, honorable, but yet your actions don't show it, the only proof you have is what you tell people, then you're not, dog. But let's go.
Women generally, and a layup for Andrew, why is honor and virtue not the most important thing about men to you? I only heard one lady talk about how character is important. How could you ever let someone without honor and virtue have S with you? Discuss, please.
Now you're probably wondering, why in the flip would I ever ask such a silly question? Well, dear viewer, part of the reason why I ask the question is because often enough times I see young ladies absolutely lambast the men that they chose to be with. And it's such an interesting question needs to be asked. Why did you pick this man in the first place if it turns out that he's such an unscrupulous and sometimes, I would say, villainous person?
Because people lie. Wait. In his world, do people not lie about who they are? Is that a thing that happens to this man? Wait, what? Okay.
so many of their stories and accounts of the men that they decided to be with end up being the worst. It's interesting to me that, I get that sometimes some dudes are kind of like gross. I get that sometimes some dudes are like nasty. I get that sometimes some dudes just kind of aren't good at being in a relationship. They're kind of selfish. And that's all well and fine. That should just be like, I dated a guy, he was kind of selfish, he wasn't really serious, didn't work out too well. But you've got ladies who are literally in abusive relationships sometimes, right? Or toxic relationships, who are cheating or being cheated on, all this friction, all this goofiness, all this nonsense. You've got all these different stories of just tales of villainy. You even have this new concept of weaponized incompetence, that dudes will be married to women and will pretend or feign being bad at daily activities in order to get out of it. To what
Yes, that happens. That happens. There are, we all seen that joke about the woman who used weaponized incompetence for, let's just say, oral fixation. Like, we all remember that joke. It's not just something that happens with men, it happens with women too. And again, this is not this whole both sides thing. It's just like, you're only pointing it out because you think that women are falling for it. And you know what? Here's the thing too. Some of it isn't just weaponized incompetence. Some of it is incompetence. See, what happens with a lot of these people is that a lot of these guys that claim MRA stuff, that's upset because women get the children most of the time. Dude, like, you didn't want to deal with the kids. You only wanted to play with them when it was convenient. Did you wash the clothes? Did you make dinner? No, you didn't have to make dinner because you wanted the wife at home to be a homemaker. Like, this is a worse thing. Like, I know, like, the whole, the patriarchy hurts men too is like tired, and people don't really want to pay attention to it. But they again, the left has a horrible time explaining this. But if you expect a woman to always take care of the kids, and when you divorce, she takes the kids because she's been the most caregiver, you have to pay child support about it. Then what are you complaining about? You just keeping the status quo. If your issue specifically that you upset about, oh, women win in court, you can just be the one who mostly takes care of the kid. Like, I don't get that part. I don't get that part. Most of you guys know I'm divorced, and I have a 17-year-old. When the divorce happened, I didn't. I needed that, so I won't pay child support. I didn't care about child support. What cared was the financial amount it was, but that's a different story. That's because I'm broke, motherfucker. And I actually still pay it to this day, even though it probably may have been different or less. They don't care. They don't bother me. What did I do? What did I do about the fact that, my child was living it? I still saw her. I still, like, up until a certain point, till she got too cool for her dad, we went to see every Marvel movies. Right now, like, if she can call me and say, hey, Dad, I need this, and it's something that I can afford, she gonna get it. She called me the other day, and I made the joke about it. Like, I'm gonna need a ride from the train station coming out from like a college trip with a friend. It's one of those things where it's just like, regardless, like, I didn't have to have this big shock and surprise of, oh, like, no, I don't want to have, like, no, like, y'all motherfuckers really, really complain about wanting your cake and having it too. Wanting to eat your cake and have it too. And it's just weird. It's weird. I mean, like, most of these guys, especially most of these guys, try to believe that they're Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire, but they're not that. But all right, let's go.
One extent of which if that is true, I know not. They've gotten to this point where they a lot of them, not all women, but a lot of ladies, villainize the men that, again, they chose to be with. They're not arranged. These things aren't arranged marriages. They went through the dating process. They went on dates. They had relationships with them. They had every opportunity to ask them important questions. And somehow, somewhere, they find themselves years later with a lazy man that doesn't want to be involved with his children. So to me, I think it's very...
This is also kind of like the reason why I hate this guy's styles of videos. He tried to put on this fake air of, oh, whoa, but me lady, you are like this fake, obviously fake tone of properness to castrate these women and castrate women. It's just weird, man. Like, we would make the joke of who touched you and hurt you, but we know nobody touched them. We know nobody touched them. Let's go.
Very important to ask this question. Why is honor, why is virtue, why is not integrity, why is not a good heart the most important thing to you, one of which you try to find a man of which to reproduce with? This is, well...
First, you don't know everybody's action in the situation. Secondly, some people just want to have a little bit of fun, and what comes after it sometimes happens unplanned. That is a thing. God, this is just disgusting. This is just so disgusting. But let's continue.
Nala's answer. Actually, I recognize just how foolish it would be to even allow Nala to speak. Let's first take a moment to understand who Nala really is.
With my current life situation, and I'm really not looking for anybody, so...
Okay,
and if I do find someone, it has to be a regular person. Cannot be anyone famous. I don't give a about status. Has to be regular. Very normal. Very normal. Because I'm so not normal, I need someone to equalize me. If they're crazy
Balancing.
and I'm crazy, it just doesn't work. So, yeah.
Okay, so you're daddy.
I'm daddy. I was with once.
Oh, but I thought you said you liked to cheat on your partner.
I did. I was on... Because I'm so not normal, I need...
Let's look at this right quick.
This is, well, Nala's answer. Actually, I recognize just how foolish it would be to even allow Nala to speak. Let's first take a moment to understand who Nala really is.
With my current
First, she can't speak because she's a woman, because she's foolish. But
life situation, and I'm really not looking for anybody. So,
okay,
and if I do find someone, it has to be a regular person. Cannot be anyone famous. I don't give a about status. Has to be regular. Very normal. Very normal. Because I'm so not normal, I need someone to equalize me. If they're crazy
Balancing.
and I'm crazy...
I guess my big problem with something like this is this supposed to be a costume thing, or is it just because she's doing this because she's on the show? Because this doesn't look like stuff that she would normally walk around and wear. Or is that supposed to be the thing that she walks like, does this all the time?
It just doesn't work. So, yeah.
Okay, so you're daddy.
I'm daddy. I was with once.
Oh, but I thought you said...
This is kind of what I want to get to, the reason why I went back. Read, answer a question, $100. Instant text to speech, $199. This is what Myron and Walter should have done. Let the audience bring the hatred and visceral. Instead of Myron running his mouth and getting them banned off of so much stuff, the Whatever podcast is eating Fresh and Fit's lunch and dinner and breakfast. This is what... How? Are there this many lonely guys out there that's so amped up and so mad at women that they will spend $200 to try to talk bad to a woman on a chat? Boss, can I get some extra hours? Come on, I need some extra hours. I need to work on the weekend. What do you mean? Don't you have a date? I don't date. That's why I need to work on the weekend. I need to get some extra money so I can ask questions, so I can make fun of these whores. I need overtime so I can make fun of these whores. To their face. Well, not to their face, but on the live stream where a question has to be asked. I need to ask them why they're not whores for me, but they're whores for the other man. You know, the guys that actually shave or look clean. All right, let's continue.
You like to cheat on your partner.
I did. I was on another podcast, and this clip went viral with me saying that I love cheating. It's actually my biggest fantasy. Yes.
Explain, Eric.
Yes. More of a controlled crazy, so I feel like I'm probably a 7, 8. Definitely not uncapped yet.
What? Your podcast is akin to embracing a colostomy bag, replete with distasteful content. You're leading astray those who seek knowledge and truth in a world already clouded by deception. All right. I need you, like the guys that watch this podcast, not because I know they're gonna come and watch this, my video on what's going on. If you watch this podcast in earnest, go outside. Go outside. I know it's a big, bright yellow ball that's out there. It's okay. It's not gonna fall on you. It's called the sun. Go outside. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is not a normal woman by her own admission, but I can tell you this. This is not a normal woman by everybody's admissions. This is not oh my God. And I know we're not doing a video to castinate whatever podcast. That one's coming. But is this the attitude of the people like Bass that thinks that this is how a normal woman reacts? That social media is how normal women actually go about their day? Wow, wow. All right, let's go.
Okay.
If you start crying in front of me, I'm just gonna laugh. I really will. That's really weird for me.
The biggest fantasy is
not even my biggest. It's one of my fantasies. I'm a little about someone. But if you're with someone and you have a girl, I'm gonna sit on your and be like, "Isn't my tighter? Isn't it better? Isn't that just hot?"
Thought about dating an MMA fighter maybe.
We have a good old friend, MLD, whatever he's called, the Mr. Endure. Oh my God! Look at the picture of the dude who's look at the picture of the dude who's on the bottom. That again, I need that extra money to make fun of the whores. Maybe you guys can actually see it. I'd rather stick my junk in a bag of tacks, this crap in my shoe, then crap in my shoe, and run a marathon, then listen to that again. She just has a fantasy of proving that she's better than the person. It's disgusting. The level that she will do this sense of competition that she has, but it's just really a competition. Okay. Wow. And this is by no means an excuse, but this is the example I would see is I've heard guys talking about how, or the joke is like, yeah, I'm screwing you better than your husband would do, or I'm screwing you better than your, like, dude, like, it's like, maybe that's what their problem is. The insecurity of women who've actually had partners before they have is like, maybe he was bigger than me. Maybe he lasts longer than me. Like, look, chick, if you're with me, you're going to get 3 minutes of a hot 6.5 inches. Oh, God. All right, let's go.
No, listen, because I wrestle them all the time.
You wrestle them?
I would fucking grapple all day long. Like, I would wear them out. Like, again,
Talking about
I'm
jujitsu
competitive. Oh, anything. Like, jujitsu's not on the ground really most of the time, I don't feel like. Or more like karate, but like, anything.
Hold on, let me see something. All right.
Sure.
Oh, anything. Like, jujitsu's not on the ground really most of the time, I don't feel like. Or more like karate, but like.
Jonathan trying so hard to keep a straight face as she is talking, just let out the laugh. Okay, wow, this is weird. All right.
Anything. They hurt me, you know? And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. This is hot. I'm going to cheat on you.
Yeah.
Oh, because I need the satisfaction that I fucking won. I'm sorry. I don't want to be an asshole.
Crazy.
I'm dominant.
You're dominant?
Yes.
Like you want to...
I'm daddy.
You're daddy. Well, wait.
It just says daddy. See, it is a fantasy.
Okay. Jesus said by following him we would be Jesus said by following him we would be divided. Do you think I came this Reverend Jones, I need to work more at the church. Get a couple hours at the church. Can I work more at the church? You know, Brother Smith, what's going on? What do you need to work more? Well, I need to go and I need to make fun of some horrors on the internet. Why? Oh, why? And again, she's a dummy mommy. What is your issue? Like, you don't have to sleep with or be in a relationship with a dummy mommy. Why is he showing these quotes? All right, let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the compromise that you make in that sexual act is hot to me. So,
Wait, sorry. You said help people cheating?
okay, so like if they have a partner,
Yes.
and I'm single, like, and we have sex.
So you're the homewrecker.
No, I'm not. So for me, if you made that decision and you're in the relationship, I don't push anyone to do anything. But if you want to have sex with me and you keep pushing, that's on you. You wanted out of that relationship before.
Okay. I think that's enough context. Let's continue.
Okay, so for
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I've actually literally talked to people. I've literally talked to people, like, seriously, where both men and women, where they say they don't really want out the relationship loneliness issues, but they don't want to explain it remain sexually exclusive to their partner, so they feel that that's going to end the relationship. That's not. All right. Okay. Let's go.
For me, honor and virtue, I've not been shown by a man. I feel like the men I've been with don't show that at all. They don't have like a pride in who they are. They don't have a pride in what they do. I think honor truly has to do with like having pride in who you are as a person.
That would be the opposite of virtue. Pride.
Pride is in like confidence. You're as a person.
I forget how right-wing Christian some of these guys are. Oh my God, I forgot that. Okay, let's go.
You're just extremely about what you do. I don't know.
Gravity.
Yeah. But I feel like even so, men that I've seen and stuff, or they lie. They fucking lie. And I don't feel like they ever showed their woman like how to be loyal, like set an example then. You know what I mean?
I feel like that doesn't even answer or begin to answer the question.
I feel like
No, that does answer the question. There are people, you asked what the question is, why do you let it, like, he literally went into Why do you let men inside of you, who are you end up disliking? Because there are people that lie. That's the simplest answer. It's no what ifs. It's no if this happens. What if they lie? All right, let's go.
That doesn't even begin to answer the questions.
Got it.
So,
But you're telling me that pride is like selfish, and I'm like, no, it's not.
well, it's
Pride is something else in my
one of the
mind.
7 deadly sins.
I think
Which is nowhere in the Bible. Like, oh god. All right. I normally just don't crap on religious people, even though I believe religion is untrue. But I'm gonna need you religious people to have pride in what you do about stuff. Seriously. Attributing, your accomplishments to some being because it was written in a book a long time ago that's what you should do. It kind of takes away from your accomplishments. It truly saddens me to see people who attribute their hard work, their determination, as if they're just some pen used to write the ink of their future. I'm sorry. That triggers me. But let's continue.
trying to
The question was why.
The question he's asking, or he's trying to get at, is he's saying, listen, if they don't have virtues, why would you do that with them anyway? And so what you said is, well, none of them have ever shown me the virtues.
So I've been single for 2 years now.
But that just leads back to the question of, yeah, I know that they're not showing you any virtues.
Because people want to have sex for fun. That's a thing that happens. People have sex for fun. Sex is fun. Sex is really, really fun. And if you're responsible, you can have sex for fun with very few consequences. Simple. Simple. That's really, really simple. Sex is fun. All right, let's go.
Virtues. So why are you doing this with them when they don't have any virtues?
But who am I doing it with?
Now that is an absolutely fantastic way to dodge my question, but I want to take a step back to just a wee bit earlier in the podcast when Nala was asked about her interaction with some dork. I don't know who this person is, and I'll be 100% honest with you. 3 months later, I still don't care to truly investigate. But this is important to...
It wasn't you, so you don't care. Okay, let's go.
Frame, once again, the context of this conversation, and part of what made me want to ask the question to begin with. So let's take a step back and watch this interaction here.
Then let's, Nick, you got to follow.
That's a big talk. Oh my god, he doesn't. So that was him fucked up. That was so long ago. Listen, I
You had sex.
It was the worst decision of my life.
Oh wait, you regret?
I hate him. Okay, hate's such a strong word. He's terrible. He's such an obnoxious human being. I went to go make content with him at a where were we? We were at a college, not like OF content. We made like a video for like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Most obnoxious man I've ever met in my life. Like, I'm a content creator.
Wait, she's an OF model. Come on. Oh, they baiting you. Oh my god, I didn't know she was an OF model.
Creator. I knew how things were supposed to go. And yes, I made an OnlyFans video with him. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I wish I could take it back. I wish I could just, delete him from my whole brain.
So what I want you to understand, dear viewer, right, is that my perception of women being with men they don't like does not come from some random nice guy, revenge fantasy I cooked up in my own head, or like me going on any incel forums, or like me watching 500 Days of Summer or some nonsense, right? Like, it's literally present in the podcast itself of Nala showing regret.
It's funny he knew where to go. Oh wow. OBS dropped. Dagnabbit. It dropped. Wow. Well, let's just finish this. We'll finish this video offline. Sorry, guys. The stream actually dropped. Let's just finish this offline. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll finish this offline. So, let's just finish this offline. All right, cool.
For having have had relations with, I still don't care who even the person was.
With no, being single.
Before you were single.
Oh, because I feel like, you jump into relationships because you like who they are and you don't know them that well and you don't know if they have honor and virtue right away. So I feel like that's kind of a hard thing to determine.
Now, dear viewer.
Yeah, no, that's a thing that happens. You don't know how somebody is. Hold on, guys. You don't know how they can actually be in a relationship until you're in that relationship with them. But let's continue.
I find it interesting that Nala would say such a thing. I could have sworn there was this whole mating practice that we came up with in the 21st century. I can't recall exactly the name of this practice that we young people do. I'm absolutely certain it's not the nature of the podcast that she's currently on. It couldn't be. The activity that we do it's not at all.
Yeah, you date. And part of dating to some people is sleeping with who they are. That's the thing. That's something that happens. Sex is fun. But let's continue.
Part of the title of the description of the podcast she finds herself on.
You're not going to talk about that, huh? But I'm going to talk about it.
What's that?
Which you think lie. You said, because you're talking about how, you think people are lying, so you think that they have virtue and honor and all these things, and it turns out that it was wrong.
Now, I didn't comment upon this before, but Nala does imply in her original response, I can't even call the answer to the question, that dudes, well, in her own words,
they lie. They fucking lie.
Now, if there's anything that really annoys me in the current dating culture, it is the fact that every young lady, for whatever odd reason, loves to pretend that they had an encounter with Oberon, the great pretender, the great liar. Even when he tells the truth, he's lying.
What was your epiphany moment that it was time to break up with your partner?
In November 2019, I found out my then husband, was having an affair with his coworker. We immediately started marriage counseling. Fast forward to May 2020.
But that's a thing that happens, dog. That is something that people lie. Affairs happen. Dishonesty happens even if they don't mean it to. Let's go.
20. I asked him a simple question. A question I knew the answer to. And I watched his face as he lied to me, as the lie just so easily rolled off of his tongue. And in that moment, I knew I can never trust this man.
I was post-surgery and starving and asked him to make me an instant porridge. It was a chocolate powder and needed some boiling water mixed in. He brought me the powder in a bowl, no water added in, insisting it's being served correctly. This man had a PhD in a natural science field. He used that as an argument to why what he's serving me is correct, while he was giving me literal powder without water.
So it was probably the day he came home from the gym, and the baby was laid down for a nap, and I'm sitting at the kitchen table with my coffee, and I'm just crying, and he comes in, he's like, what is wrong with you? And then he sits down, and I'm trying to explain to him how unhappy and depressed I am, and I just don't feel like myself, and he just laughs at me, and he puts his hand right here and goes, hey, and just went about his day.
I had my daughter, and she was 8 weeks old, and it was about 7 a.m., and we were sleeping, and he wanted to work out in my bedroom. I had a 4-bedroom house, so I asked, hey, can you work out in a different room and not blare music in here while me and baby are sleeping? And he said, no, why don't you just move to the couch? And I said, that's weird. And he threw a whole fit, threw my fan across the room, started calling me all these names, and said if maybe I got my lazy fat will up, I wouldn't look the way I do. And then told me to shut up. And so then I did shut up, and then he yelled at me for shutting up, and then he came over and punched me in the face and started choking me and then ripped my baby from my arms. And that was the epiphany.
I mean, is he showing this because he doesn't think that this happened? Okay.
The moment I had to decide.
It was when he was seeing a therapist. This therapist specifically deals with people who have been convicted of domestic violence or are on the spectrum to commit domestic violence. And he's been practicing for about 30 years. He called me one day and he said, Helen, in the 30 years that I've been practicing, I've had 2 men actually commit murder to their partner or their wife. And he said, your current partner exhibits every behavioral trait of those 2 men. He said, if you don't get out, it's not if he is going to kill you, it is when he is going to kill you.
You dated the guy for a year.
That's one of those things that happen. Therapists have to be a reporter. Does he think that they're lying? Wow. All right, let's go.
Did you? But you were not in love with him.
No.
Did you say you were in love with him?
I did say I love you, but I was not in love with him. Like, the way he treated me, like, I could never fall in love with him. Like, he was a cheater. This is like, I don't know if this should be.
Trauma dump. You said you wanted to, right?
Like, okay, me and him we broke up in like the middle of our relationship in like July. We ended in like, I broke up with him December of 2020, and we went on a break in like July, and like the girls about it in his town heard about it, and one of them texted me and was like, Milani, I need to tell you something, and like, she didn't even have to say anything else, and I was like, Kylie, please don't tell me he raped you. That's not actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like, he raped a girl I knew.
Wow. Does he think these women are lying? I saw it in the chat. He thinks that women who got sexually assaulted, like, were... Wow. All right, let's go.
And I got back together with him. So there's your trauma dump for the night.
Okay, that's the end of the show, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Did you have a sense that he was falsely accused?
I mean, like,
because I'm sure he probably told you it was bullshit, right?
100%. But like, the way she like explained it, like,
let's not go into it. The details on
you
that.
just can't like make that up. Like, you know, I mean, you can, but like the details of it, it's like there's no way.
Okay.
Can I ask why you took him back? I don't know. Like, I really took his day. Like, he's so fucking ugly, it hurts.
Look, listen, it's not even so much that I disagree that some dudes lie.
I don't even know. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just had to check something. All right, let's go.
Lie and pretend to be, to be the guy that ladies want. The only problem that I have is, like, to a certain extent, some of these moral virtues you can't really pretend. Like kindness, for example. It's really difficult to maintain a degree of selflessness throughout the entire relationship and that just be a lie. Him choosing you above himself consistently was a...
That's not what kindness is. That's not what kindness is. Wow, that's not what kindness is. Kindness isn't that you are always self-sacrificing. That's not what kindness is. That's servitude. And kindness and servitude is not the same thing. But let's continue.
A lie to manipulate you. That isn't okay. I guess I've never really heard a psychopath acting like that, but I guess stranger things. Like him being honest and forthright and telling you the truth even when it's difficult. His degree of protection over you, like when you decided that you were going to go out late at night or something, or when you decided that you were going to drive while intoxicated. He was lying about stopping you from doing that because he didn't want you to get.
None of the cases that he showed evidence for is, oh, I just want to protect it. Like, no, this is like abusive stuff. Like, what? What? Is he really doing this? Is he really setting this up? No. He was just looking out for you because he didn't want you out there drunk driving. Oh, wow. Let's go.
It hurt her, something like that. At a certain point, it's like, listen, again, I get it. That there's to some extent, obviously, someone can lie about like having qualities and traits that you prefer. But when it comes to virtue, high moral standards, when it comes to integrity, maintaining yourself when no one else is around, those are things you really can't lie about. Which is why, even though I understand that some men do pretend definitely to have more confidence, pretend definitely to have more money, pretend definitely to have more accolades and more abilities than they would otherwise do to impress.
That's not the only thing that they lie about. Oh my God. We need to get this man a reality check. Seriously, a reality check. Need to write it out and get this man a reality check. This is sad. Well, they only just lie about the status that they have or the money that they have. No, these are the cases that he showed were disturbed individuals. All right, let's go.
Women, it's really difficult for me to accept that men lie about their moral virtue because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think that's going to have more accolades and more abilities than they would otherwise do to impress women. It's really difficult for me to accept that men lie about their moral virtue.
But there are people that do that. Not just men, women too. They are. And when you're trying to put a front to get like certain things from people do that. Oh. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really think that's what gives women the tingles to even begin with. If they really start thinking about it.
Why don't you ask them what gives them the tingles? The Peter tingles. Wait, what? What? Oh my God. Let's go.
Is that even something you care about?
What?
Virtues and honor?
I feel like virtues come in different forms.
Like what?
It kind of depends on what kind of virtues. Like, are you honest? Are you true to yourself? Are you brave? Are you courageous? Like, what kind of virtues are we talking about?
Well, so let's just...
Yeah, that she's laying it out. No matter how much you don't like this chick, she's laying it out. There are people that would consider virtuous always following the rules, but are dramatically different from the rules that they try to follow. Yeah.
Just take a simple one, like let's say just temperance. Temperance is a virtue. It's like somebody who's even keeled, for instance. Would you consider that to be virtuous?
I think that's extremely virtuous, to be able to contain yourself in multiple different situations.
Now, I won't lie. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that she knew what the word temperance meant.
What do you think that she... Wait, that's a standard word in the dictionary. Oh, woman bad. She has a vagina, so she doesn't understand dictionary. Like, the only dictionary she understands, well, you know, she's an OF model. Wow.
Perhaps Nala is actually a wee bit more intelligent than we might have been giving her credit for.
Yeah, so...
I haven't seen...
Again, that's so irritating, that whole fake proper voice, because he's not. Let's go.
That though, I really haven't.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like I try to find that in myself, but I can't dictate that to anyone
yeah, got
else.
it. So what he's asking is, since you're not finding those things that you consider virtues, and you're agreeing with me for virtues in the men, why do anything with them? That's his question. That's what he's not understanding.
It's a weird question, because it makes it seem like the way that women think about how they're going to have sex is they like have this checkbox and they're like watching and being like, oh, how does he act here? It's a weird question, because it...
Wait.
Why do anything with them? That's his question. That's what he's not understanding.
It's a weird question, because it makes it seem like the way that women think about how they're going to have sex is they like have this checkbox and they're like watching and being like, oh, how does he act here?
He did it to himself. Wait, what? Dog. Here's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. He brings back his real person instead of his rent-sona. Awesome. I just can't. Let's go.
It's a weird question, because it makes it seem like the way that women think about how they're going to have sex is they like have this checkbox and they're like watching and being like, oh, how does he act here?
Yeah, no, nobody does that, dog. That's not a thing that happens. Nobody does that.
It makes it seem like the way that women think about how they're going to have sex is they like have this checkbox and they're like watching and being like, oh, how does he act here?
One of my best friends started dating a guy. He's awesome, and she actually told me she wrote a list of the things that she wanted in a guy to kind of like keep an eye out and manifest it. So
Okay, so I've made my list of 5 things I want and need in a man.
I have the best list.
That's social media. It's not a real thing. I know for somebody like you, Bass, you probably haven't had many opportunities to get in a relationship with people. That's not how that really works. That's here.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
People don't just say, oh, look, this checklist, and I'm going to go sleep with somebody who meets all this checklist after I've done a thorough vetting. Again, sex is fun. Maybe you should enjoy it. If somebody lets you.
On my phone of anything a man has ever done that has given me the ick. Now, like my necessities requirements for my future husband, the list is actually so short. Welcome to part 2 of my ick list. I have been compiling a list throughout the course of my dating that reflects things that men have done that have given me the ick.
What do you look for in a guy?
Any guy, as long as he's tall and 6 feet, I'll find him hot. Funny, weird and goofy, can cook / feed me.
the most basic, funny. I'm like, if we're not laughing, what's the point?
Welcome back. Part 3. We are here after 2 videos of making the male population really, really mad with my ick list.
I mean, like, you look as if you perturbed by it. So what? You don't have to date that chick. For real. For real. For real. Let's continue.
Dated, hygienic and clean, social and friendly, has been in a relationship.
Big arms, honestly, obviously nice to look at, but that feeling of getting cuddled and just big arms around you is safe and good for us.
This isn't going to be for everyone, but wearing board shorts, I like a clean, preppy, nicely dressed man.
Good shoe game. Should I keep going? It's like long. Okay. Has other interests that aren't just sports. Seriously, like fuck off with the golf.
So number one, he needs to be like a God-fearing Christian man.
Financial stability. Very controversial. Can't be compared whenever you have. Financial stability is everything to me.
Number 2, 3, and 4 really is just like loyal, family-oriented, and a leader.
Next is you are into health and fitness. Oof, a must for me.
You guys requested part 4, so here we go, part 4. Next.
He's showing people that are just on social media. Again, go outside, go date somebody, go just have a conversation with somebody that's not a social media. Wow. Okay.
On the list is complaining about the price of anything he invited me to go and do. Well, that's a red flag for anyone. No condiments in his fridge or pantry. If your house looks totally empty and you don't have things like that in there, that's like sociopath behavior. Fake glasses, I don't know why you guys are doing that. You're like doing the Dubby and stuff in those. I don't get it. Designer slides other than Ugg slipper.
Non-smoker, but I'm a hypocrite. Close with family, thoughtful, likes to try new things and actively makes plans, hiking, going on dates, movies, etc. Likes good music / same taste of music as me, Kid Cudi specifically. Interest with my career, doesn't get job.
Not so erudite, isn't actually an unintelligent person, but I have to say that is by far one of the dumbest statements I have ever heard anyone make in a long while. Okay, like that's up there. That's like top 10. I mean, you know what? Let me have a little bit of grace. Okay, that's one of the most ignorant statements I've ever heard anyone say in quite a long while. That is.
So does he think that he, by him sounding proper, gives it more validity? I'm done. I can't anymore.
Done.
This is crazy. I don't know. I can't understand this. Like, he's just mad at women because they won't date him. I don't know what else to say. He's just mad at women because they won't date him. And it's sad and pathetic that he spent $200 $200 to try to make fun of somebody on the internet. Wow. Anyway, guys, you can actually donate $200 to me, either in super thanks to my PayPal, my Cash App, my Patreon. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. And we're going to cut this video segment here.
I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.